The magical story begins showing a girl named Eva in the middle of a strange type of ritual in the forest. Actually, Eva's entire family used to live amidst that forest where they had a very large house. Eva was continuously performing her ritual, repeating, "Quickly heal my mom and keep my entire family safe." In reality, Eva's mother was seriously ill with a very rare disease, making her treatment seem impossible. Because of this, Eva kept performing her ritual continuously. But suddenly, at that place, an unknown person named Ward had arrived who tried to talk to Eva. For some reason, Eva got very angry with Ward and started saying, "This place is private, you shouldn't come here at all." Because of this, Eva's mood became very bad, so she started heading towards her home by stopping her ritual. But Ward was saying that, "I am a tourist," and he gave her his visiting card. In fact, Ward had his own tour and travel company which he had recently opened, and Ward felt that Eva and all her family members have also come here for a walk. Eva then goes inside her house, where she meets her father, who might be scolding her because Eva used to leave the forest without telling. All these things could be very dangerous, because there were a lot of animals in the jungle. But looking at Eva, it seemed that what her father had said was not taken seriously. All these things would have become very common for her. Eva then gradually started walking to her farm, where her brother was sitting and smoking a cigarette. Although Eva had seen all these things, her brother started saying that, "Don't tell your father." This mood of Eva has actually become very bad, so she left without saying anything. Now here Eva comes to her younger brother whose name was Sam, who was looking under a well. Eva started asking Sam what exactly he was doing here. Finally, Sam says that Grandpa had told him that multiple stars come out from inside this well and whoever keeps looking at it will keep seeing the stars coming out. Eva explains to Sam while making him understand that all these things are absolutely wrong, don't trust any of these things. Then later Eva finds out that Sam was sent here by her father to bring water. Eva gets angry again because she had told her family members that they should drink mineral water or the water of this well. Now they both come inside the house where Eva's father had cooked food for them. Everyone was sitting happily on the dining table. Then later Eva's father reveals that, "I have made a duck for you." Eva and her brothers had a very bad face because none of them liked this dish. Eva's father then calls his wife, who was a traitor and was continuously handling her clients in her room above. When Eva's father comes to call his wife for dinner, she also gets angry because she believed that the internet connection was not at all stable or I will lose many clients. Eva's father then finds a solution to this problem, and after that, all the people eat and go to bed. Now all the family members had gone to sleep here, but Sam was not able to sleep. Sam came out of his room looking towards the direction, then Sam was seeing the pink light and Sam was feeling that some unknown thing was coming towards him who wanted to kill him and was very scared and screaming a lot. The pink light had increased so much that Sam's eyes started to hurt, and now because of talking so much, Sam's father and mother were all getting up to wake Sam up quickly to see if he is okay or not. Sam was not sure why showing a sign towards the outside was crying a lot, so Sam's father put it comfortably inside and went outside to see what the problem is, finally shocked because a very big meteor had fallen down. The most unusual thing was that this meteoroid was emitting pink light, although that never happens because meteoroids are supposed to be black and they don't emit any such light. Eva's father and her entire family couldn't understand what to do in this moment, so for now, they brought Sam inside to make him feel comfortable. Sam's mother was saying that she didn't feel well, so they would have to take her to the hospital. But Sam's father said they couldn't take her to the hospital because it was far away from here, so he suggested that maybe Sam was just a little scared and would be fine after a while. Sam's father immediately called the police officers who arrived early in the morning for investigation. Sam's father was also called there to provide all the information about what had happened. Sam's father was telling the police officers that a pink-colored meteoroid had fallen here, but they didn't know where the light from that meteoroid had gone because there was only a piece of normal stone lying there. Among all those officers, we found out that the same boy named Vad was present who had met Eva some time ago. Actually, he used to run his tours and travel company along with helping here. The police officers then called Ward there and started asking what information he had about this. When Vad saw those pieces of stones, he started to understand that maybe these are stars that have fallen here from a distant galaxy because stars have the ability to shine inside them, which can spread all around. Eva was a little surprised to see Ward there and asked what he was doing here. Then Ward explained everything to her, that he works in this department so that he can help people trapped in the normal forest. Now Eva's father took Ward to his farm because his animals had been crying loudly for many days and his health had deteriorated strangely. Eva's father treated all his animals like family members, so he began to worry a lot. Ward now understands these things well and realizes what the problem could be. So he started asking Eva's father who lives around here. Eva's father said not many people, just an old man lives nearby. His house is a little distance away, but we never talk. Ward said he needs to check the water in this entire area because diseases spread through water paths, and maybe drinking that infected water made these animals sick. Upon Ward's suggestion, Eva's father sent his elder son to show him the old man's house. Ward, along with Eva's brother, went there, traveling continuously. Now, when Ward met the old man named Michael, Michael immediately said that you are a tourist who has come here for investigation. Ward was a little surprised how this old man knew about him. Then Bob explained that I knew everything that happens in this entire area through CCTV cameras. Actually, this old man Michael is an electrician who had installed CCTV cameras on every tree. This means that whatever comes inside the forest and what activities are being performed, Michael knows everything well. Ward and Eva's brother went inside, where Michael was offering something to drink. But Eva's brother said he felt something wrong with the water here, so he didn't drink coffee. Then Ward said that he needs to send samples of this water to the laboratory so that I can research on them and find out what the difference is. Michael didn't know why Ward was observing Eva's brother and him so closely, as if he was hiding something from both of them. Now slowly, it was nighttime when lightning was striking in the sky. Eva noticed from outside the house that many lightning strikes were hitting that same meteoroid. This scene was as dangerous to see as it was. As much as the meteoroid looked fascinating, it spread even more pink-colored light. Eva's father also came to that place and was observing it carefully. Although neither of them knew the scientific reasons behind why these things were happening, they both got busy observing the entire scene. Eva started smiling and laughing for no apparent reason, but what Eva's family didn't know was that this dangerous meteoroid would soon become deadly for them. Now Ward was shown who was checking the pH of all the water in that area, meaning he was checking whether this water is acidic or non-acidic. Meanwhile, Eva and her mother were shown, who were checking near the meteoroid after sunrise, but the meteoroid had disappeared from there. They had no idea about this, but they were happy that finally this trouble had passed. The meteoroid had moved away from here, so there was no danger to them anymore. But now many reporters had already arrived at that place who wanted to cover the news of this meteoroid on their channel. Many news reports started being made about all these things. When Eva's father was inside with his entire family, they were watching TV, where many channels were saying that it was not a meteoroid but a UFO seen here. This would increase the rating of their channel significantly, and people would also trust all these talks. Eva's father did not like these things at all, so he was calling Eva's mother out. Here, Eva's mother was cooking in the kitchen, so she could not hear these things. But her eyes were somewhere else, which she was not paying attention to. At that moment, Sam's father told her to call her mom outside. Sam immediately left to call his mother into the kitchen, but until then, suddenly losing control, Sam's mother had cut her finger while cutting vegetables. Seeing these scary things, Sam shouted and went towards the outside and told his father. Sam's father immediately put his wife in the car to take her to the hospital as soon as possible. He was telling his elder son and Eva that it's their responsibility now, so until we return, none of you should go out of the house. Sam's father had already left with his wife towards the hospital. Eva was also a little scared, wondering what suddenly happened that her mother cut her own hand. For now, all three siblings spend the night without their parents. Eva didn't know why she couldn't sleep all night and was feeling scared. But all these things are just the beginning of fear. In the morning, Sam was talking to someone in the garden area. Eva quickly went to her younger brother Sam and started asking him what he was saying and who he was talking to. Eva noticed that besides the two of them, there was no one else there. Finally, who was Sam talking to? In front of them was the same well where Sam always saw it. Now all these things seemed quite strange to Eva, so she was trying to contact her father as soon as possible and tell him about Sam's condition. But Eva's father was so busy that he couldn't even pick up his daughter's call. This made Eva a little upset. When Eva went inside the house, we were shown Sam, who was talking to an insect that looked strange. The insect looked like a mantis, but its entire color was pink, and such types of insects do not exist on Earth. Sam started talking to the insect in a different language. Meanwhile, Eva goes into the kitchen area where her mother had accidentally cut her hand with the help of a knife. There was still blood on that knife, which made her head spin suddenly. But suddenly, water started coming out of the tap on its own, which was completely red. The water had reached Eva's feet now. Eva, behaving quite strangely, started moving towards the sink where the water was coming out. She still had that sharp knife in her hand, which could hurt her badly. But looking at Eva's face, it seemed like she wasn't in her senses. At that moment, Ward arrives at Eva's house, who was calling her out to ask if she was okay. Eva says in a trembling voice that our parents are not at home. So you go away right now and come back later. Ward noticed that Eva was a little scared and she was definitely hiding something. But now, upon Eva's insistence, Ward starts to leave from there. Ward also sees Eva's younger brother Sam standing in the garden, talking to someone. He immediately asks Sam who he's talking to. Sam replies that he's talking to his friend who is sitting right in front. Ward's mind was spinning because everyone seemed to be joking with him. He didn't take any of this seriously and started moving forward directly. He arrives at the house of an old man named Michael, where he will investigate further. As soon as Ward reaches there, Michael is listening to something in a strange type of headset on the ground. When Ward asked him why he was behaving like this, Michael then explained that aliens have come underground and they are trying to communicate with each other. Michael even gives Ward a headset through which all these things could be heard. Although Ward hears some voices, he couldn't understand them. Michael kept saying that these voices are of aliens who are talking in their language. Now, all these things seemed completely absurd to Ward, and he didn't take them seriously at all. After leaving Michael with his condition like this, he walked away. Now it seemed that Eva's mother had become completely normal. She just needed a few days of rest, but as they were progressing on the road, suddenly an odd creature appeared in between, whose eyes were emitting pink light. Seeing this creature, Eva's father immediately stopped the car. Both of them were very scared, but nearby, Sam was also sitting with a dog. Then we are shown that Sam also had pink light shining in front of him, which was coming towards him. Sam was quite scared and came to his mom and dad, who were standing in the middle of their car on the road. Upon reaching home, Sam's father was scolding both his sons and daughters because they had left Sam alone while their responsibility was on both of them. Now, regardless, everyone goes inside the house because it was quite late at night. Eva's father was now continuously taking a shower, but suddenly, inside a sink, a jelly-like substance appears. As soon as he picks up that jelly, it suddenly starts spreading completely on his hands. Eva's father immediately throws that jelly away, which scatters completely and falls down. Now, completely freshened up, he comes back to watch the news on TV to see what's trending here finally. But suddenly, Eva's father notices that he has an infection on his hands that was slowly spreading all over his body. Surely, these things happened because of that dangerous jelly which he found in the washroom, and now its effects might not end so soon. Now, Sam and his older brother Ben are sitting together talking. Sam says that now he is getting quite scared here because there are many strange things happening in our house. Meanwhile, we see Eva performing her same ritual that couldn't be completed last time. But what will be the result of this, Eva doesn't even have an idea. Meanwhile, Sam and Ben walk to that place where their father had kept all the animals together. Suddenly, those animals start screaming, so they both go to him, but they were completely shocked because several animals had become quite dangerous by combining with each other and the same pink light was coming out from inside them. Sam runs away screaming loudly from there, although Ben goes to another place, but Sam goes to his mom who had pink light shining right in front of her. Now, it is not known that the light coming out caused an electric shock to his mom and Sam. This shock was in such a way that Sam and his mom's bodies combined with each other. When Sam's father and his brother arrive there, they are completely shocked at what happened to them. They quickly pick up their wife and their son's body and bring them home. It seemed so scary to see this scene that Ben's eyes remained wide open because his mom and younger brother's bodies had combined with each other in this way that it seemed that some dangerous creature. Sam's father was telling Ben to quickly call the doctor because their condition was deteriorating, but due to no network, Ben couldn't do anything about it. Eva's father started worrying about his son and wife, so he himself sat in his car to call the doctor, but his bad luck, because the car wouldn't start. The car's battery had gone bad, so it couldn't be started now. When Eva reached her mom, her condition was very critical. Sam and his mother's bodies were merged in such a way that they seemed to have been like this from the beginning, meaning it was a fusion like cutting iron and joining it with another. Eva also couldn't understand at all why this was happening to them because now her mom's condition was deteriorating a lot. Sam, who had already combined with their bodies, couldn't even breathe properly. Then Eva's father came and told them that our car isn't starting, so I can't bring the doctor. Eva's father was quite angry that despite wanting to, he couldn't save his family members. Now here, Eva and Ben had come to those very animals who had become quite dangerous. Someone was such an unknown thing that was merging multiple human bodies together, and these things were becoming quite dangerous. Now from that same well, the sound of his dog barking could be heard, so despite Eva's refusal, Ben was still going inside that well to save his dog. But from inside the well, the same pink light started coming out quite quickly. It seemed like someone was keeping an eye on them from under the ground. The pink light now spread so quickly that it was completely pulling Ben inside. Ben's name was erased from inside the well. Eva also couldn't do anything in this condition except scream. Now seeing the condition of her family like this, Eva's father's mind was completely disturbed. He then went to all those animals. After they had merged with each other, in anger, Eva's father pulled out his gun and killed all those animals because they were about to die after merging in a way. However, Eva's father had already realized that he couldn't see his wife and son suffering like this because their bodies were literally combined with each other, so it was impossible to separate them. Therefore, gathering courage, Eva's father takes his wife and Sam to the upper room to shoot them, but despite trying many times, he couldn't do this thing. Now only Eva and her father were left in the whole house, so Eva's father immediately catches her and locks her in a chamber downstairs because he didn't want Eva's life to be in danger as well. Certainly, some unknown thing has come here, which is disturbing them. Now on the other side, a ward and a police officer are shown who are moving towards the same forest to help Eva, but the most shocking thing is that in the chamber where Eva was present, there were her mother and Sam too, who had become very dangerous after merging their bodies with each other, and now both of them started moving towards Eva in a very bad way. Eva screams very fast to hurt her, as soon as the voice of Eva's father word, and he immediately goes towards the lower chamber and tries to break that door in any way and goes inside, where he saw a dangerous creature that Eva's mom's body and Sam's body after combining with each other. That creature was continuously trying to eat Eva, but before that her father had shot her with a bullet. Was thinking that he killed his mom and his young child, but for now, he did not have his family but dangerous creatures that Eva will immediately go to the top, where they will be safe. But outside, it is not known why that pink light has spread all around, which is slowly covering the house, although Eva's father did not know at all who was behind these pink lights. Therefore, he took the gun and walked towards the pink light to kill anyone. Vad had already come upstairs with Eva and the police officer when they noticed that Eva's father had pointed his gun towards them. However, they didn't want to kill the police officer or Vad, but wanted to attack towards that pink light. Perhaps the police officer misunderstood all these things. He was thinking that Eva's father was attacking us, so he took out his gun and directly shot Eva's father. Eva becomes very sad because she has lost all her family members by now. She refuses to go with Vad many times after requesting a lot, so Vad says that I will definitely come back to take you, so you wait for me here. Therefore, with the police officer, Vad directly goes to the old man Michael's house, who has been told about the aliens. Vad kept thinking continuously about this matter, that maybe these strange things happening are because of those dangerous aliens, but how much these things are true, only Michael would know. As soon as Vad and the police officer reached Michael's house, they saw his dead body there. Someone had killed him in a very strange way, but now suddenly, a pink light started coming out from Michael's dead body, as we had seen in Eva's garden. Vad and the officer understood that maybe Michael's entire body is going to be blasted, and all these things were definitely causing this pink substance to come out before they could get hurt. Word and the officer immediately came out of the house, which ends the entire house at once. Now Word said to the officer that I will definitely go to save Eva, so now both of them start moving towards Eva's house. But suddenly, strange branches of the tree came out from behind that officer and entered his body from above, killing him instantly. Vad was completely shocked to see this, so he took the gun and started moving forward. He quickly reaches Eva, who was in the garden. Despite continuous talking, Eva doesn't reply to him, making it seem like she's under someone's control. Word notices that Eva's eyes have the same pink light as was in Michael's body. This means Eva too has fallen under the control of those dangerous aliens. As Word watches, the same pink light spreads all around Eva's body, beginning a massive cosmic reaction in all directions. As soon as he notices this, Word had moved to a safe place to hide. Now, with a huge explosion, Eva is found amidst all those things. Her entire body was gone, and the pink-colored energies spread all around, creating a strange world in all directions. This world is imaginary, not real, about which Vad also didn't know. Now, Vad somehow saves his life and moves inside the house. But he notices that Eva's father is still alive, whose eyes are now completely pink. In front of them, there were all the remaining family members who had died, but for some reason, they were alive. As soon as Eva's father sees Word, he starts attacking him. Vad saves his life in any way possible and removes Eva's father from him. He understood that all this couldn't be real, but it had already come under the control of aliens, about which Michael was talking. And these aliens, being inside the earth, were talking to themselves with the help of these waves. Word notices that his body is about to blast, so he opened a door of the floor and went into the lower chamber. The whole house was now fully blasted due to a cosmic reaction, whose body was there. It was completely destroyed. After some time, when the environment became calm, Word came out. He noticed that the background of all four sides had suddenly turned white, and whatever things existed here had completely ended. Word didn't understand whether these aliens were inside the Earth, so what did they want from humans? What is their destiny, or do they want to rule humanity in this way? However, Word doesn't find an answer to this question because all the people present there with Word were killed. Only Word survives alone, not understanding what to do to solve it. Now, perhaps those dangerous aliens also attacked Word and completely absorbed him into the energy. In this way, our adventure story ends right here.